Poor play and even poor officiating. Spurs fans, we are not going to win games like that. What is up, San Antonio Spurs fans? Welcome to TSR Sports. Oh, that Game 5. What a tough loss last night and the way it went down. Now that means the Spurs, if they're going to win this series, obviously need to win Game 6. We're going to have to win Game 7 on the road. Right now, Spurs fans, I'm going to get into my top 5 reasons on why the Spurs lost last night. Quick honorable mention, double teaming. Leaving guys open, stop. Just stop it. First up, let's get to Victor Wembanyama. 38 minutes, 20 points, 6 boards, 3 blocks. And he did not shoot well last night. 27-0-100 splits. Credit to him to getting the line 12 times and making all his free throws. But man, Victor Wembanyama looked tired from the start of the game. He just didn't have it. He looked lethargic. And in an odd stat, the Spurs were a -8 when he was on the court. In contrast, game number 4, they were a +29. And then the rebounds. I don't know what's going on with his rebound. In games 1 and 2, he had 24 and 17 respectively. The last 3 games, 4, 8, and 6. The Spurs to have any chance in game 6 and or 7, we need Wemby. He needs to drink some Gatorade. He needs some milk, whatever it is. This is just not going to be enough. I know he can't do everything, but this is not the usual Wemby as well. Moving on to De'Aaron Fox. 33 minutes, 9 points, 4 boards, 8 assists. Also did not shoot well. Got himself a triple single. I will give credit where credit is due, Spurs fans. 8 assists to only 1 turnover. Fantastic. 3 steals, swiper, good to go. But 9 points in shooting like that, we're not going to win games like that. And also not shooting well, and also dropping a triple single. Devin, Vassell, who've been playing pretty darn well throughout this series, played 36 minutes, 6 points, 4 boards, 4 assists, and shot even worse. He did hit a couple threes, but shot 18% from the field. Missed his 1 free throw. Again, not going to win games like this. He was not good offensively. Speaking of not good, our bench. A couple guys did well. We had a couple guys not show up. Harrison Barnes has just fallen off a cliff since the NBA Cup, and he's coming out and playing, 4 to 6 minutes a game, and literally gave us nothing. Forget a triple single. He got a quadruple 0. The dude has zeros across the board. There's literally no stats there. Give me a hard foul, a rebound, something. Zeros across the board. I know it's only 4 minutes, but in 4 minutes, a -6. Luke Kornet is becoming fairly unplayable in this series at times. 8 minutes, didn't score a point, got 1 rebound. He should have scored 2. You saw the thumbnail. We'll talk about this in a moment. Was also a negative on the court. And then Dylan Harper, who's usually rock solid off the bench. And I thought his defense was fine in moments. But 1 of 5 from the field for only 5 points. 3 turnovers. I know he's dealing with that ankle injury. He might still be being hampered by that. But man, 37 minutes between these 3 guys. 5 points. Our bench really did not come through. And then, let's talk about it. The refs. Tony Brothers and crew were on full display last night, and I'm sure a lot of things are going viral in regard to this game. They were just awful last night. First up, and I will concede, Luke Kornet was close to basket interference as well as maybe even a little gray. But this was no doubt a block with the ball in the cylinder. And the worst thing is the ref is standing right there watching it. I don't know was he daydreaming, thinking about how much money he put on the Thunder? I said it. What is happening here? What are you looking at? Clearly not the ball. That was awful. And then to make matters worse, the very next possession, a bad call again as the ball goes off Chet Holmgren's foot and goes out of bounds, and they say it went off Wemby. And Mitch Johnson tried to challenge this. He tried to challenge this. The whole Spurs bench was actually doing this. Mitch is over there doing this. And this was a weird sequence because the refs all got together. They decided it was out on San Antonio. And then just didn't not. Mitch is over there like doing this. He's like, challenge. And somehow none of the refs see it. And then Mitch gets teed up. And whatever momentum the Spurs had at this point, late in the third quarter, was gone. You had 2 bad calls go against you. Not to mention the multiple flops we saw. Jalen Williams just literally running into Keldon Johnson and falling. And even the announcers are like, where's the foul? The usual grabs and pushes on Wemby. They're all over the internet. The jump ball call. This is a situation where Isaiah Hartenstein knocked the ball out of bounds. Clearly it was Isaiah Hartenstein. In the replay, they show a white hand hitting the ball. There were no white guys in the court for the Spurs. So I don't know what the refs were looking at. They said, we can't figure it out. I guess we'll jump ball. It is hard to win when you're shooting poorly, as the Spurs did last night. They did not play well. I will certainly concede that. It's even harder to win when it's 8-on-5. I seriously think, and I'm sure many of you agree, Tony Brothers and his crew need to be investigated. Because what they're doing, the way they are calling these games, letting the Thunder get their little flops. There was another call early in the game where somebody got just lightly touched in the back and just acted like he got shot out of the can. Maybe it was one of the Williams. I don't know. Wallace, who the heck knows? But the officiating should not be a focal point when we're talking about these games. And there's been far too many games in this series where I've had to do a video on the officiating because it's been that bad. And to make matters worse for Spurs fans, you guys saw this before the game. NBA Finals bound. New York Knicks, Oklahoma City Thunder. What? Now more and more fans, not just Spurs fans, but pretty much all the non-OKC fans, which is turning, that number's going up a lot, are screaming rigged, fixed. The NBA wants us to go to 7 games. It's not a good look. It's not a good look when this makes it on your website. Was it an accident? I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. Should I be? Maybe not. But the way that game was called last night was absolutely unacceptable. I understand refs make mistakes, but when it's one mistake after the other and it only goes one way, it's not a good look. Shout out, by the way, I want to give a positive shout out to Stephon Castle, Julian Champagnie, and Keldon Johnson, all playing well and keeping us in the game. Can the Spurs still win this series? It is going to be very difficult, and I honestly, sincerely hope we don't have to talk about the refs at all for either team, for that matter, for Game 6 and if there is one, Game 7, because having to talk about this regularly sucks. It should not be like this. I want to watch the better basketball team win the game, even if it's OKC. If OKC beats us, so be it. They're the better basketball team, but not BS like this that I have to bring up in almost every video where calls are so egregious that even the announcers are saying, I don't get that call. What's going on? I mean, when the announcers start questioning it, that's when you know it's bad. And then I got to question it too because I'm wondering, for the record, I don't think the players are rigged in any way. I think the Spurs are doing their best to win the game and the Thunder are doing their best to win the game. I don't think there's any shenanigans there. But the refereeing, the way these games are being called, certainly brings eyeballs to, does the NBA have it predetermined who they want to win? Or do they absolutely want this to go to 7 games because they know the ratings are going to be high? The referees are giving the NBA a bad look, and as a fan, I hate this. I absolutely hate it. I want the better team to win, not the team that gets the calls, even if it's my Spurs. I don't want to win like that. I want to because our guys were better than your guys. All right, I'm getting fired up. I'm going to start cursing. I certainly don't want to do that. So drop a comment down below. Your thoughts on this? I mean, what can you say? I mean, it should not go down like this. And it makes matters worse. It was back-to-back. 2 bad calls. The non-goaltend. Okay, if you want to argue that they both goaltended, all right, fine, whatever. I'm not going to lose any sleep over that. But then the very next call to go against us, and now we can't even challenge it. And then you tee our guy, it looks bad. And then you start the fourth quarter off, too, with the ball going off, clearly off Hartenstein's hand. And the refs are like, I don't know, jump ball. It sucks. I hate it. That's all I got. Drop a comment down below on everything I talked about. Do you think maybe a little too hard on the players I called out for not really playing up to expectations? Or do you think I'm pretty just in that? Our bench, what the heck? It's up, it's down. Can we beat OKC in Game 6 and then take Game 7 to head off to face the Knicks? Let me know. Drop the comments. Hit the thumbs up, like, support the channel. And subscribe to become part of our awesome Spurs community. I thank you, and as always, go Spurs go.